What's up guys, Casual Bill here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at Lanard Toys The Corps action figures by era. This one might take a little bit longer, we've got a huge bulk of figures to look at today. Yeah, this is probably actually going to have to be in two parts because I did try to edit it as one video, but my editing software threatened to jump off a bridge. So let's go back to 2003, consider the start of the modern figures, or where the T-crotch figures started, if you prefer it. These were the first ones I got. It was the Orcas team from the Special Forces 3-pack, This Is Just In Case, who was a vintage figure as well, and I really like him. He's a pretty cool character. I love the paint job that he's sporting here. It makes him look like some airborne SWAT member. And I know there was at least one other variant of this character, because I have this one in this more military sort of gear. But he's pretty cool. I really love the detail on these figures. Here is the diver, Carlos Gilles Perez. This is the first version of him, and I love this character. He is like top 3 for me. Also, I had this figure as a kid, so I played with it to death. It is my favourite diver action figure out there, and not specifically this paint job, but God, I love this one as well. And this is every version of Gilles that's ever been released. From left you have Special Forces, then New Recruits, Total Soldier, and then Elite through the rest, I guess. My favourite of these is the Total Soldier Gilles. There's just something about that blue with a light blue paint job and the yellow that just really pops for me. Now this is one creepy looking dude. So ugly in fact that Lanard Toys didn't even give him a name. He is literally just known as the Orcas diver. Definitely looks like the type of guy you wouldn't let near your kids. It's frickin' Gru from Despicable Me meets Nosferatu or Uncle Fester. If you go by the comic book, he is affiliated with the Marauders as well, so he's definitely a villain. Ugly dude. Here's some more Commando Force figures. We have Flashbang on the left, Just In Case in the middle, and then Rick Ranger on the right. Here's a close look at Flashbang, and he looks like he's been through hell. I think he looks really cool. That is definite shell shock on his face. And like I said, the paint on these guys is ace, like on the boots or on mucky and stuff. I think a lot of people didn't really like the sculpts on the heads of these early figures, but I think they're pretty cool and detailed and well painted. This is Rick Ranger. I think there's a few different variants of this guy, but this is the one I had when I was younger, so it's the one I'm really fond of. He looks really cool, lots of detail and character. This isn't the Commando Force Vulture. In fact, I don't know when this came out, but there's not a lot of paint on it, so I think it'd be fairly recent. It's the only Vulture I have though, so I like him, he's pretty cool. This is Large Sarge. And he looks pretty angry. He looks like he should be on some kind of blood pressure medication. I would not like to be like his insubordinate. He just looks like he'd be running around screaming at people all the time. This is Shark, the frogman for the Corps. And he's become quite sought after and hard to get. I never had this one when I was younger, but having acquired it, I must say it is one of my favourites. We're going to jump forward now to new recruits. I believe this followed Commando Force, and we got some brand new figures with some repaints of Condor and Gills. This is Ice. He's a fan favourite, and yeah, he's one of my favourites as well. I got him in this free pack, the Retcon team, but you could get him in this sweet pack where he was fighting a polar bear as well. This is Alex Rucker, or it might just be Rucker, but I'm sure on the box it said his name was Alex. He was at one point the leader of the Corps, but I don't know, like, he was never the leader of the Corps for me. But he's a cool figure nonetheless. I really like how vibrant this pack was. Crash is another fan favourite. He is like the Corps' main driver. I really like him. I put a wash on mine just to bring the detail out with a. Here is some of the new recruits. Flying Force. We've got John Eagle, Condor, who we spoke about a lot lately, and Jump. This is Jump. I imagine he's some sort of paratrooper. I actually think he looks like my cousin, which is funny. And this is my favourite look for him. He did get a complete repaint later on, but I suppose you could use these as two different characters really.